This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Verse 3. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Call halal Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachakadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing truth for faith and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwa Thingy Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this is an edifying video. Shalom to the confusion of faith brethren joining unto our ranks. Once again, it's the brother Yahweh Saab out of the GMS Church, a fellow servant coming at you, Salakia, coming at you once again through the spirit power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Got another lesson out of this, Mass Control, Engineering Human Consciousness by Jim Keefe. I've showed how the book looks in multiple videos, so we just gonna dive right in. This is chapter 105, Salakia, page 105, chapter 11. It's subtitled Turn On, Tune In, Become a Robot. It says, along with CIA mind control programs, media manipulation, and Kinsey's sexual revolution in the 1950s and 60s, America was ripe for another ambitious operation, the restructuring of American society through the use of psychedelic drugs and mysticism. As illogical as it may seem at first glance, the LSD drugging in the world and an accompanying injection of mystical religion fits nearly into the New World Order. And at the end of the day, not to digress, but I just wanted to speak on this. Brothers know I just recently came back from the LA camp, and long story short, though, you got people so amazed, like, wow, because California is like the first state to basically indoctrinate the children. They're coming up to the babies now, 5 and 6 years old, to try and basically tell them they could be whatever gender they want to be, and teaching them sex education. And the thing with everybody tripping on is, you can't opt out of this. This isn't like how gym was supposed to be basically mandatory, but I know too many women said, I used to tell them I'm cramping, and they would be excused. So this won't be a situation like that. Everybody will be mandated to participate in this. And I'm listening to brothers, and at the end of the day, what is a brother or spiritual man supposed to do in the case of, like, it's basically, my point of bringing all that up is this: at the end of the day, they had to have, corrupted the world, because 30 years ago, you wouldn't be able to do this. You know what I mean? Like, Esau strategically did this the way he did it. At one point in time, you got to remember, like, even when I was coming up, I'm in my 40. Well, I'm 40. So at the end of the day, you still had a semblance of, some kind of, Jake still had some kind of integrity. Jake actually, like, still has some kind of family values to a certain extent. Like I said, well, I can't say 30. I'm going to say maybe like 50, 60 years ago. Although they were participating in experimentations and whatnot, and wickedness has always been about. At the end, they couldn't just have push that on society, especially American society. They had to indoctrinate everybody in it. So you take away the Bible, you slowly chip at it, you know what I mean, and then you bring in pseudo religion or pseudo spirituality. We were just talking about this at camp, like with the law of attraction, you know what I mean? But who spoke about the law of attraction before, they came up with the little stupid ass DVD and book? 'Cause I remember when that came out, you know what I mean? It's so funny, but it's not funny. But anyhow, it's supposed to be an old principle, you know what I mean? Based on Hermes, what the fuck is his name? It's supposed to be some Egyptian, Greek mysticism type shit. The law of attraction, the energy you put out, returns upon you. But Yahweh Shah said it's better to give than receive. And most people that are generous, my lot has been to be homeless. I've seen rich people just give people money. I've seen people just come and feed. Now, ultimately, I've seen people take the day out of their time and go feed people. Now, mind you, though, in these Catholic churches, you're basically mandated to do it. You know, like every weekend, it was a particular family that was chosen to work at the soup kitchen window at the church I used to hang around when I was homeless. So at the end of the day, you know, and you really think they was in the spirit to do that? No, they was mandated to do it. I literally seen people move through the spirit of Yahweh by Yashim Yahweh Shah to actually come out there and give people money or feed people. But my point being, you know, that whole concept of you know, giving to get, you know what I mean? Like that was in the scriptures before you heard about a law of attraction or the little book, The Secret, you know what I mean? You know, with the emerald tablet and all that. Like all that goes back to sorcery, you know what I mean? But Salaki, I didn't mean to digress. Uh, It says in eugenics intention. I'm gonna repeat that. It says, as illogical as it may seem at first glance, the LSD drugging in the world and an accompanying injection of mystical religion fits nearly into the New World Order and eugenics intentions for population control in a post-technological world. Believing that the world is overpopulated and that resources are being squandered through consumption by the masses, dystopian social visionaries epitomized by those of Tavistock and the Club of Rome have repeatedly urged that the solution is a return to a mystical primitivism, at least for the vast majority of the world's population. And you see how they said, at least for the majority of the world's population. That's just like with the chip. That's just like with a lot of stuff. You got these people that's pushing for this chip, but they're not gonna be getting no chip. You know what I mean? Like you got people that's mandating everybody to be on Obamacare or to have some kind of health care or be penalized. But the same people that pushed that, they didn't have to get the insurance. So, I mean, while you got people so asleep, you know, well, we was just speaking about that. Like I say, what was that in the New Testament? I think it was in the book of Luke. You know, at the end of the day, you know, the Lord has blinded the majority of these people. You know, and it's ultimately going to be the Lord to have to open their eyes. But at the end of the day, he say he may not. I mean, you know, he doesn't want to open some people Salaki eyes, because then therefore he would have to heal them. And some people are set up just to be destroyed. And you know, like what really kills me, like I was just somewhere today and I was talking to a dude. And I'm reading, you know, I read, you know, a lot of different stuff. I even read some books that will be more so like Christian books or whatnot, because it's always good to get different perspectives. Although I know the truth, you know what I mean? Like I think I'm built up and seasoned enough where my faith or my I'm not gonna go trying to change the doctrine from something I read, put it like that. But you know, just like sometimes like this book I'm reading called Rediscover Jesus, it says, but I mean, you know, Rediscover Yahweh. And basically it's a look at the gospels, but in a way, because of this author's giving a commentary, it helps me look at it in a way I never thought about looking at it before. That's why, like you said, you meditate on the scriptures. The Bible's nothing that you just read one time. Oh no, you constantly reread and reread and reread. I mean, like I was just telling somebody, literally, I could see why the Most High was actually making or repeating itself so often, because at the end of we take the time to think about it, people like what it was saying, what is that in the book of Jeremiah, I believe, my people are Sodom's children. So lucky, because I didn't mean to do this like this. I'm trying to God, it was Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish. When you go into that word sottish, it means stupid. And not just our people, but, you know, majority of, I mean, when you realize how they set up America, America's intentionally set up to dumb the population down. Slovakia. Slovakia. So my point being, you know, not just our people, you know, the Israelites or my people, but well, you know, majority most likely is a fellow Israelite or Israelite that's just becoming awakened to the truth that's listening to this. You know, just when we was at camp yesterday, we had a Jake chick that just so happened to pop up, and you know, what I mean, like you'd be surprised. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason why we still doing the work. But at the same time, I think a lot of people are awake. You know what I mean? You know, you just got some 2/3 that know. You got a lot of people that's not going. You know, everybody ain't called to be a prophet. But at the same time, if you are called, you know, faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? Salakia though. But my point being, it was saying how the world's population need to be controlled, but not the people that's coming up with the agenda to control. It says, and that primitivism they seem to believe can be furthered through the use of drugs and mysticism. I was just uh, making one of my younger Akim aware of the fact that, you know, like pharmakia, when you go into the word pharmakia, you know, these drugs, like I told him, and then he just found out, you know, what it means and the sorcery behind it and all that. And I said, you know, you don't think that these Edomites, when they chose to name their pharmacies, when they looked at the root word, they didn't know what they was doing? Have you ever seen a child on Ritalin or, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with the children that got ADHD. You know, back in the day when I was going to school, a child that was so supposedly hyperactive, you put them in a sport or something. You didn't dope them up. Just have them looking. And then you got shows like Family Guy that fucking make fun of this shit. This place sucked, man. Salakia.